I got it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyways, I don't know about you, man, but I'm feeling like I'm back. I'm feeling like I'm back. I feel like I'm back.
I didn't know where you were going. I just let you drive that car.
Thanks, man. You know,
Yep.
you're an intro killer.
Dude, it's been 4 weeks. I am out of practice.
So you're not feeling like you're back. At least that's established.
It is us. It is I. It is we.
All right, well, let's do it, man.
We-mathy.
Welcome, everybody, to Kasson Avenue, the street that raised us, and we are here to give it to you, you know? Tell you what we're about, based off of what we have. Welcome to the show. This is episode number 179. I had to write it down because God knows it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
We glad to see you. Hopefully you are happy that we're back. And if not, it's too fucking bad we're back anyway. I am your host, Adam, here with my brother, Osama. Fresh off a suntan, you know. Dog is also here, matching your complexion. So that's what's up. Word, you know.
That's what's up, word.
Good for you, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not technically fresh off a vacation. It's been a few weeks.
Well, whatever. You're back. Anyway, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and like button and all those buttons in which, you know, everything you see on the bottom besides unsubscribe.
Anything that, don't click that button.
Yeah. And welcome to whatever new people. I think a couple new ones since we've been on our little hiatus. So welcome to the show.
Somebody else subscribe?
If you peaced out, then peace out. You know what I mean?
They don't know that you said that.
Yeah, but it's important that I say it.
Just putting it in the universe.
For any potential future droppers out, you know, you got to know that I'm piecing y'all out. Just
plenty of people are gonna drop out if you keep talking in those types of word arrangements.
Hey man, if it's anything that I know about your word arrangement, it's not much better.
Yeah, but I didn't say it was. I just said if you keep talking like that.
Anyway, man, what's up with you? You know, it's been a minute since I seen you. You know, fell off of the scene.
Seems like you wanted other things than the cake.
Well, I wasn't gonna finish that part because God knows, you know, that has nothing to do with us.
No, but either way.
So let's tell the people where we've been at.
How many weeks has it been? 3 or it's been 4, right? 4 weeks.
This is it was 3 weeks in which we did not pod.
So listen, we didn't pod the week of.
We podded and then we didn't pod 3 times, and this is now a pod.
No, I think it's 4.
This is the 4th. This would be the 4th.
Are you sure? All right. Well, either way, first week I was on vacation.
We missed most of May in here.
Right, yeah, we did. We were on vacation. Anyway.
Wait.
Damn it. You can't say wait, and then do it. You just do it.
Let me tell you something.
All right. Every time we come back, we're definitely back. We're definitely back. So the first week, we let you know I was going to be on vacation, right? But I feel like we missed the week before vacation. No, that was that's why. Vivi's mom's party. You guys came to it. I remember. Okay. So, yeah, we didn't pod that week because I was leaving Monday, but we weren't able to get together on Sunday. Adam's next week, he was clipping up. And then the week after that, your boy was on some COVID.
He got stricken with the virus.
Stricken by it. On the way back, though.
But not any bad virus.
No,
just like one of the viruses.
I mean, yeah, it's on the way back. So I had a good vacation, great vacation, and then on the trip back, on the flight, right? So me and Vivi found out we weren't sitting next to each other walking onto the plane. She's like, wait, we're not sitting next to each other? I was like, I guess not. So I went and sat down, and she sat down like 4 rows behind me. I was in first class. She was at no. That was hilarious.
Secretly upgraded my ticket.
Which reminds me of a story I heard about this dude who, it was just quickly, the wife was complaining because when they would go on trips, he would book a ticket for himself in first class and her in economy.
Well, all right. To be fair, there's kind of a fair gripe there, you know?
Yeah, I would be mad too. Like, what? That's an asshole move.
It is.
His argument before we go back to what happened. Well, I don't buy tickets for first class for our children, so they would feel lonely back there if you weren't there.
They need a chaperone, so you got to stay back there.
They feel lonely. That's also an asshole way to respond.
It's your job to watch the kids.
Yeah, like, bitch, I'm in first class. I don't know. I don't see you as first class. Therefore, you can't be in first class. So on the trip, we sit down, and I think
like when it fades off and there's like one guy laughing.
Simultaneously, we, like, and individually,
concurrently,
at the same time. Both started just feeling like not great.
Damn.
So I first attributed it to we had some pizza at the airport. I thought it was decent, but like,
Don't you dare put that evil on pizza. What's wrong with you?
I mean, sometimes you have to. But I thought that was what it was. I was like, oh man, maybe like I'm having some bad indigestion. But she got off plane. She's like, I haven't feeling really. I felt kind of. She was like, oh, I was mad cold on the plane. She's like, because you had my socks in the side pocket of your backpack. I was like, oh, that's fucked up. So she got off feeling like she had been chilly the whole time, and I just got off feeling like I had some indigestion. Yeah. Well, either way, I didn't take the test because I refused to stick another Q-tip in my nose. Like I'm just not doing it. But she did, so she had
Is
COVID.
that a Q-tip that they use?
It's a long ass Q-tip. Vivi technically had COVID.
Cotton swab.
I was just sick, so I don't know what I had, but I'm 100% certain it was COVID. Okay, that's what I'll say.
My guess is if you were both feeling sick and then she tested positive, it probably wasn't negative for you. You know?
No, more than likely not.
No,
More than
like
likely.
definitely.
Yeah,
It's not even a like.
I would
it's not
say
even like
maybe
a-
99.9%.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean,
I don't think so.
that leaves just 1%.
There's no room for doubt here.
There's a little room, but so yeah, we were basically down and out for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I actually went into work Tuesday because I thought I was cool. Yeah, and I should have just stayed home.
You're over there poisoning the whole roster, man.
Well,
They gonna be out.
everybody ended up being all right. So I went on Tuesday, right? Because here's why I went on Tuesday.
Making the whole locker room
If you
sick like
really
Ja
want,
Morant and
if you
shit.
really want to know why I went to work on Tuesday, Monday I took a personal day, right? Then I couldn't take another day, right, without needing a doctor's note. I knew what I had. She did. She knew what she had, and then I kind of just went along with it, right? So
That's when you wish you knew a doctor. Can you just
So
put this in here?
I
and
needed
pretend
this-
like I saw you.
I
about
needed to split that, right? So I was like, I'm probably cool on Tuesday. Like I felt okay. It was just a matter of like lack of energy and shit.
it. Right.
So then Wednesday and Thursday I took off, and I was back at work on Friday. So technically I was off for almost 2 weeks.
And the day that you went back was a Friday essentially.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Well, I had to
Nah, I feel
within
you,
the
but
rules of the contract of our
Come
employment.
on, you're a union man.
Yeah, but that's per the union.
You know I'm not a pro union guy.
But so yeah, that's kind of where I've been at. Feeling better. Been working out in the yard and shit like that. Not working out in the yard. Working out in the yard.
Like you've been in prison and now you've just been
hitting the yard, hey yo, what if I was every time I was gonna go work out, I just told Vivi I'm gonna hit the yard, and then I'll go hit the yard, and I would just literally go be punching my yard. I'm hitting my yard.
It's not a good plan.
That wasn't that funny, huh?
I ain't like
I'm
it
out
that
of
much.
practice.
Yeah. I can tell.
But yeah, so how about you? What's been up with you?
Shit, man. You know,
Fuck you, by the way. You can tell.
Oh no, you can. But
Tell.
I don't have to.
I came into Adam's house today, and he was building bricks. Like somehow, some way, during the last 4 weeks, he had lost his adulthood.
Hey, fuck what you're talking about, man. Legos are awesome.
Don't you ever talk about Legos that way? No, Legos are awesome. I want to say
I feel like you're just hating because you're like,
No,
man, I should have
well,
bought some fucking Legos.
It was. I always think about
trying
buying
my Legos.
I've come up with the.
I'm gonna start using more buttons.
My
by the
joke was less PC when I was off camera. I don't really want to go that far here and say things that might be untake backable.
It's true. He said kind of low ball, low brow. What is that they call it? Low brow. It's some
Why are your brows so low?
Had some low brow statements
So
there.
low brow right there.
But yeah, so as you mentioned, obviously the first week we had Vivi's mom's thing. Shout out to her. Happy retirement. Go do your thing, girl. And then the next week I had my concealed carry class. So I've already been.
It's not what you think. Adam's trying to become a magician.
I was trying to figure out how to hide the rabbit. I was like, how do you hide the rabbit?
Up, you
It
got
never
a
made
quarter
sense.
behind your ear. What the fuck?
I just saw some video on Instagram where some guy was put a packet of sugar in his hand, and then all of a sudden he called for it, and he poured it back from a hand that was clearly open before that. So I don't know how he did
I
it.
think that
I was like, that's black magic.
he's obviously taken the concealed carry class you took earlier.
No, we didn't learn that shit.
Adam went to the wrong one. He thought he was buying concealed carry for weapons. He didn't read the fine print. Concealed carry magicians only.
If they taught me some shit like that, I'd be okay with it. I mean,
Did you learn how to disappear within a poof of smoke?
no Houdini shit.
Okay.
Very unfortunate, but yeah. So 2-day class. Long days though. You know, like 8 hours.
Yeah,
a day.
it's the first day I remember being a pretty long day to just sit there and listen to all the things.
Illinois has like a 16-hour requirement in the classroom, so you have to do it that way. But so first day, you know, just sitting there listening to a bunch of yabbering on and whatever. Guys are cool, little entertaining kind of folks, considering they're like older suburban white men who are retired from the force.
What was his name?
One is Joe Motto, and the other guy is like Terry something. Okay. He kind of looks like the guy from Terminator, the white dude.
The white guy from Terminator?
Yeah.
There's a lot of white guys.
The antagonist.
The T-2000?
Yeah, he looked like that.
The guy that would ran like this?
Yeah, but like when he was not a Capri Sun guy.
That's a little bit of that. That's a little. What do they call? That's like the juxtaposition, right?
Yeah.
Like, whoa, that guy has range. He could drink Capri Sun and run, and he could turn into like a liquidized version of a Capri Sun thing too.
And he was a Silver Surfer.
No, he wasn't.
Nah, but he looks like it though.
Oh, I was like, that's
if you watch
that's just too many coincidences.
If you watch Fantastic Four, I mean, he looked like that guy. Yeah,
that's a lot.
But anyway,
it's a lot of coincidences at once.
It's a long day, and then the next day was you started in the range, right? So you go and bust gats and shit, and then you had to go back to the classroom. But if you didn't
bust gats, take a shit,
there was mad people in the class. There was like 70 people, so it was a full ass classroom.
I went. And there was, I would say, maybe 10, but probably 9 people in my class.
Nah, we had mad people.
It was during COVID. So
what they don't tell you in advance is that room is ice cold. It's like you're in a refrigerator.
What's cooler than being cool? Ice cold.
Nah, but it wasn't a good thing. It was really cold.
Speaker box. The love below.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's better than if it was really warm in there for 8 hours. But like, it was cold in there. I was in shorts and shit. I'm like,
being a bitch.
Fucking blanket and shit.
I mean, it ain't cold unless you a bitch. You know what I mean? No. Talk about you.
No, fuck that. But yeah, so then obviously the next day I knew better and I had jeans on and shit. But
it's like a test, so you can shoot. You could shoot straight. You'd be like, it's
no,
because cold in this room right now.
Because it was in a completely different place than the range was.
What range did you go to?
Like RKA or some shit like that. Forgot
like the letters?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like RKA.
Well, that's the name of it, RKA. It's like in Plano.
Plano?
Yeah, it's far.
Texas?
Nah, Illinois.
It's a long trip to go do this range.
Whoever the motherfuckers were who named the places in these states was lazy. At some point, they were just like,
there's
a Chicago. Like, you just added one O to Chicago somewhere.
Where's that?
I forget.
You're a liar then.
No, I swear to God.
I
swear for God, if you look right now, you can find it.
There's a lot of places in this world I wouldn't believe existed. Lake Titicaca.
It's like in Big Daddy when the kid was like, "Oh, I had an accident," and he was like, "An accident? Goo!" Goo. He's the one who named it. So
Lake Titicaca. I got to see that place.
Yeah,
it's a bunch of titties and caca in there and shit.
It's not two things I want to mix.
No, bunch of caca titties.
It's not a good place at all.
I think it's hilarious when people tell their kids, "No, don't touch that. That's caca." Like, tell them it's shit, man. Just say shit.
I guess you don't want to run around like that's shit in school.
I think that's actually pretty cute when kids curse. Yeah. I see nothing wrong with a kid just having a full foul potty mouth, just cussing all day.
People like you and I don't see a problem with that, but they're.
Do you think there's a correlation between like potty mouth and caca usage? You know, when you don't do that, it's caca.
What do you mean?
I would talk to children pretty much like they were adults. I think that's
they will be at some point.
That's the best way to speak to a kid. Just like you should only talk to a dog like you're talking to a normal human being. I promise you, they are better dogs for it.
He understands. He understands.
He don't give a shit.
I know he understands because whenever there's like a food incentive involved, he's like, "Yeah, I will listen to every word you have to say."
He's just rewarded. He's just a reward based. You've created a reward based.
That's dogs, man. They're incentivized. Plus, he's a bulldog and he's fat and he likes to eat. So what do you want to do?
Just enabling him now.
It's like everybody has that one thing that if you offer it to them, they'll do pretty much what you say.
So I got a question, right?
Yeah.
About.
Oh no, I did really good in the range.
Yeah. Well, that was my question. I was like, did you also fail that one time?
No. Guy's a hater. I told you already how this whole thing worked. All right, listen, just to give some context. There's some context to what this douche of all bags is speaking of today. I had to take a second driver's test.
No. Don't word it like that. That makes people
can
think
word
that
it
you
whatever
took
way I
it
feel like,
you took it another time later.
I said I
Adam
had to.
failed his first driver's test. The first one he took.
Which is exactly the same thing I just said. Anyway,
No.
What happened?
No, don't do that. We're going to play the semantic game here.
No.
You said I had to
semantic
take...
game is some bullshit.
What did you just say? What did you just say?
As soon as I say why it is, which I've spoken about before here, they're going to know that you was a dumb motherfucker.
But you said I had to take it a second time, right?
Yeah.
Now, the new people...
Now, if you had to take it a second time, that means that you were forced to take it a second time. The first time
you didn't.
was a fail.
No, that would not necessarily mean, oh, he failed. That would mean...
Motherfucker, you can't just be like, oh, I passed my driver's test first time, but I'd like to come and take it again. I feel like I could have done better. It's not how life works.
I don't care about this. All I wanted to do was bring up the fact that you failed your first driver's test. That's all.
Yeah, but that requires context.
Yeah, but I'm perfectly accepting of the context you provided. Either way,
I didn't provide any context
you
yet.
Failed your first driver's test.
I didn't provide context yet. What happened is that you have to uphill park, and as I pulled into the spot, I rolled over the curb.
When she's smashing into cars, like, did I pass?
Don't pay me like that.
I'm just okay. Adam's not that bad a driver.
Adam was a fly ass driver. Fuck you talking about?
Well, you weren't for that first test.
I rolled over the curb when I was trying to uphill park.
You can't drive.
I've never in my life had to do that again. It's like when they teach.
That's pretty true. Like, I don't park on hills.
Motherfucker, if I pull my driveway, I hit the emergency brake so that it doesn't fuck up with my regular brakes.
There's
about as close as it gets.
literally no reason for us to have to do that.
It's don't live stupid. You didn't have to do that in your driver's test.
I didn't even have to take a driver's test because I got the waiver, biatch.
I got an A in my driver's test.
For those who don't know, the waiver means that I'm so ill when I was 16 years old.
That's not what it means.
That I didn't have to even. They were like,
that's not what it means.
They saw me like, we know him. That's him right there. He don't even got.
Just to be clear, that's not at all what it means.
It seemed like it meant that to me.
It means that you passed your driver's ed class with more than a C.
Let me explain. No. Let me explain.
I got an A in my driver's ed class, but they didn't do that shit.
Let me explain something to you real quick.
No, because your shit is a lie.
No, it's not. Because for me,
you be a liar.
For me, I took my. Did you guys have to do what do they call those? Where you go take drives?
Yeah.
What were they called again?
I'm 33.
But you know what I'm talking about, right? Like where you had like 4 or 5 of them you had to do, right? Where you take a drive for like 40 minutes. Whatever they were. So I mean those. I guess I impressed them so much.
You didn't.
They were like, dude, you should teach this class, and I should be in the driver's seat.
That's
and then
really dope. That's what you believe.
At one point, the teacher's like, "Can you teach me how you drive so well?" And then I did that.
You say, "Can you teach me how to Dougie?" Teach me. No, for those of you who are fooled by this nonsense that you're listening to,
I'm not
CPS
finished.
actually offered you waivers if you got a B in the class.
I'm not.
And you
no,
passed
that's
for
not
one
true.
semester.
You got a waiver. You got
a
waiver if you passed the last test. I forget what they call it.
Put this in context. Dave had a waiver. He didn't get his license until like a year ago.
Dave drives better than Adam.
No.
You say Dave sucks at driving?
If you're comparing it to me, I'll say that about anybody. Yo, mama, everybody.
Mom is definitely a worse driver than you. So the thing is, I was so dope, and you had to take it twice just so they can make sure that you were even what's the word I'm looking for here? Hold on. It's coming to me, but I'm just laughing at you in my head so hard that I can't come up with it.
This is the foolishness I'll be speaking about. That's how you know he's out of practice. These jokes ain't even funny.
They are funny. I'm having a ball right now. Just to make sure that you were able, just even the baseline able to drive. They were like, all right, you know what? He took it twice. We'll give him a chance. They gave you Adam even got lesser of a time for his license than other people. They were like, we're gonna give you a year, and if you suck, we're gonna take it away from you. Adam don't even have a license. They took it away from him. He sucked so bad. Okay, all right.
Not even. That's what I'm telling you. Your jokes are not funny.
No, man. I'm sure people are out there laughing.
I promise you that you need a lot more practice. What you need to do is go home tonight, right? This is your assignment.
Go talk into a microphone?
This is your podcast
just
assignment.
Just walk around talking about VCR.
Just go home, look in the mirror, and then just pretend like you're have some kind of ability to pot, you know? Just go there and practice. Just put your big boy pants on. Just
get your big boy pants.
But all right, so listen, a little bit to the side of that, on a relative
a little
topic.
bit to the side, like, are we kind of like still there?
I was talking to Pops about this, right? I'm like, when you go and you're like teaching a concealed carry class, and you have 70 people who have varying levels of comfortability with a gun, and you're like bringing them to the range, and you say, "Here, you have to shoot the gun 30 times and hit this target in order to pass." Right? To some degree, you have to feel like a driver's ed instructor, right? Like now, I have a big ass vehicle, which is a moving lethal weapon, that I have a bunch of 15 and 16-year-olds driving, and I have to trust my life in their hands.
Firstly, we got to give it up to them. Those guys are heroes. Can we give them a round of applause? I mean, I know they got that brake on the passenger side, but who knows if that really works?
I don't think it does, and I wouldn't trust it.
No.
The last thing I'm doing
can we
is
give
teaching
ourselves
kids.
a round of applause for some of those people like you that I used to drive in the driver's seat that I have to deal with? I'd be like, holy shit, this guy sucks.
Let me just tell you something. One of these days.
No, but do you remember being in that car when there would be people that couldn't drive? You'd be like, oh my God. Why do they even? They should just let us leave. As we're finished, let me get out the car because I have to. There's a chance this person will crash.
I give it up to anybody who's taught their kids how to drive. Pops?
Wait, there's more. No, I'm not going to go there. But just know Adam had fun learning how to drive with Pops too. I'm not going to tell him why.
You can tell them no matter. All right.
It's just only
when I was driving stick shift for the first time at 13 years old.
It's only going to support my argument.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Let's not pretend like your driving is awesome, because it's not.
Way better than yours.
It's not.
My people skills is way better than yours.
Anyway, now back to my time while we were off, because we're supposed to be back in this bitch recapping our time off, as the whiteboard says.
No, they just want to hear us talk like this, I think.
I don't think they do.
They don't.
See, you believe that, and then you also look at our subscriber account every day and send me a message like, why did we not grow? There's a reason for it.
We definitely haven't grown. But yeah, I guess we'll talk about things that you care about, because selfish.
Yeah, it's more important.
Anyway, what's
and then now I have officially gone and renewed my passport. I'm just waiting for that shit to come through.
Finally.
So I'm gonna give myself a round of applause for that.
You should do that.
I like the chime
Why do
to
you
go
keep
with
putting
it.
the chime?
I think the chime is just a nice backdrop for the round of applause.
The more you know. That's, the gay flag star flies across the screen. You remember that?
That's offensive now.
But it wasn't it? Wasn't that?
I don't think it had anything to
It was
do
a
with that.
rainbow. It was like a rainbow star.
Yeah, but I don't think that's like Mario Kart being like LGBTQ. Not that it's not.
The star?
I guess. Yeah.
I mean, listen.
Like, remember that the Rainbow Road? Remember?
Yeah, listen. I think that has more
And
to
then you
do
hit the
with
star and like,
psychedelics. That has more to do with psychedelics.
So how do you decipher this? I'd like to know
I don't know.
What are the mechanics
Gays
in
and
your brain?
psychedelics are like related somehow. I don't know.
You know where they have that Roomba commercial and it's like a group of people inside running it and like talking about where they should go and what they should run over and shit. I feel like I want to know how the wheels turn in that brain of yours.
They turn
like we should talk about this. No, we shouldn't. Fuck it. Let's just talk about it.
Okay, before we get into this, you know how you stumble down rabbit holes in the as your glasses steam up, you know, like in the YouTube rabbit hole system, you know.
Or any other system that we are
But
part of.
the thing about YouTube is that there's just video after video after video. And the more you click on one video, the more of those videos pop up. It's fucking intelligent, man.
A quick side note about that. When it goes to an advertisement, like 10 minutes into the video or whatever, you know, a lot of them are like, after 5 seconds, you can skip this ad. If you're like in the middle of something and you don't hit it, then it gives you like another 30-minute ad afterwards.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you son of a bitch, just played a video. You know what I'm here watching.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
I've been somehow, some way, I stumbled upon. I remember clicking on a video back, probably I don't know, last winter. These dudes were going like in a cave, right? And they were just kind of exploring a cave. Nothing crazy about it. I mean, a little bit of like
That sounds a little LGBTQ, you know?
exploring caves.
These dudes were like going into a cave. And they made a whole movie about that.
Okay, so in a completely, I don't know, normal way, I don't know what to say.
See what happens when somebody throws a wrench in your
You
conversation?
threw a wrench there for sure. But so somehow that's snowballed into them. There's this channel, I forget what it's called, but him and his son like go and explore these like caves where there's like
anti-fog spray.
Like literally they gotta like go into this little They're like literally crawling into it, like super claustrophobic areas, right? Like I'm talking about tunnels that are like I don't know how long, but they're only enough for your body to squeeze into. Dude, the craziest shit. I've been like, now I'm watching.
If you're as immature as me, all of this is hilarious.
I know it's all funny. I'm trying to tell you the story though without laughing. Because at one point they called one part that they were going into the sphincter tunnel. Tight as a sphincter.
Oh, it's still going on with the laugh. That's good.
Yeah. But yeah, like, do you think you could ever be a cave diver? Meaning, like, so the thing is that what their thing is, they go and they find caves that maybe haven't been mapped out, or caves that need to be a little bit.
Do they know for a fact that they're not mapped out?
Yeah, because there's
they just stumble upon them.
Apparently, in this.
How do they find them
in
if
this
they're not
world?
mapped out?
In this world, like this. No, mapped out meaning there might be. Let's say like the map is you enter here, and people have explored this, but some people may not explore.
So you might have been through Homer's shoulder, but not on his neck.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but you may not have explored into a deeper. Like some people don't feel comfortable going in certain places, and their channel is. I guess they pride themselves on being able to kind of contort their bodies into these areas. Either way. So what they do is they'll go and let's say they go to a far point of the cave nobody's explored, and there's this like tight opening to get into, where if you can get through there, you're able to like explore a larger part of the cave. Do you think you would be able to find yourself in those positions? Meaning you've kind of like tried to squeeze through like this opening, and it's almost to the point where you can't get through, but you're able to, and that's kind, and that's. And that's kind of like how you have to travel through these caves. Would you be able to find yourself in those positions and keep your head and your composure together?
It depends what I was incentivized by.
Nothing.
If I'm like, there might be gold down there.
Just the love of the idea of like it's your hobby.
If I go down there and I'm like, there might be something down here that's valuable. That if I find it there, I'm cool, man. I'm out there by the upside the world. I'm coming back and I can just do this whenever I feel like it afterwards. I might be able to consider it. But if I'm going down there, I'm just like, let me drive the Google Maps car so that now you can see this on the street view. No,
just for the love of the adventure.
What I would be interested in doing more than like that, I guess like underwater caves in a way.
No,
that's just scary.
No.
That's just
you
scary
seen that movie? You seen that movie? They were in that like fucking underground
those
cave,
are the type of things,
and then it flooded, and the only way to go up.
No. I mean the ones that are already engulfed in water. You just swim through them. And shit.
This one had water, and then it got.
How do you flood? There was already covered in water.
It was a big rain, and it flooded into the tunnels, and they couldn't go up. They had to swim deeper in. I'm not going.
The idea of seeing something that like very, very, very few
try to make me go inside there. I said no.
Did you hear? They said there's like there's a hole in the bottom of the ocean. I don't know what the fuck that means.
What?
They said there's a hole in the
like,
bottom of the ocean.
Is it like the drain?
I was like, so then technically that's not the bottom of the ocean.
Technically that's the drain to the ocean.
Where does it come out of the other end of China? Is that China?
China gets water.
How they get there?
That's how. That is, the fact that that's what people used to say. I'm digging China. Like that's.
Oh, people are extra dumb.
People are really dumb. It's like it's not like it's a shorter pathway. Just because you're digging through the earth doesn't mean that you're just going to get there quicker.
And you're taking a much more volatile route.
You're probably going to die quicker.
Probably.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
I seen something that there's a road from.
When they talk about like the pressure of being underneath the water and shit, like that's enough. You can't go to super low in a submarine because the glass will crack.
Yeah. It's funny. I've been watching a few videos about this recently, but fuck, what was on my mind? I can't remember. Anyway, fuck, I wish I could remember what it was.
Talking about swimming into tunnels. No, Robert De Niro just had a baby.
Oh, dude, good segue because I had nothing. So they said De Niro, the girl that he's. Apparently he had one or he's having a baby.
No, he had one already.
And it's from a 45-year.
Hey man, get it, De Niro. Just in the interest of keeping that alive.
I gotta be honest. If I'm fucking at 80 years old, I'm pretty happy about that.
He's not 80, he's 79. Come on.
It's pretty old, man.
He's officially a father of 7. I didn't really get everything in there, but
listen,
yeah, 79 years old, man.
If I'm
just had a baby.
If I'm fucking at 79 years old, then I'm doing something right. I mean, but if you really had to think of
a lot of people's dicks die before that. So
if you really had to be like, if let's say somebody about 10 years ago was like, who do you think is an actor that would probably be having sex till like it's almost over?
I'd be able to give you
De Niro.
2. I wouldn't even have De Niro in the conversation. I would say George Clooney because people are like on his dick.
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio, same thing.
Yeah, I guess.
And
you're
he's
right.
been fucking
You're
girls.
good.
We're like 20.
Okay, well, in the old, I'm talking maybe the older guys. It's definitely not Pacino. Who am I? He's crazy now. You ever seen the way he looks? That guy is old as shit. That's why I won't watch The Irishman. I feel like that's just a movie that's just a fucking satire.
I like him. So
Did you watch The Irishman?
No, I haven't. But
you know how long that movie is?
3 hours.
It's like 3.5 hours.
Gotta be.
Of stupid.
Gotta be.
Of CGI. That
Did you know that?
As terrible as it may get.
Speaking of like people who portrayed Italian mobsters and shit like that back in the day, Chaz Palminteri, whatever. He has a podcast. You know that?
Everybody has a podcast.
But that's Sonny from A Bronx Tale.
Yeah, I know.
I was like,
not really Sonny.
I know, but he's
an actor.
No,
like
he's
a
typecast,
Broadway.
man. He is that guy.
He's like a broad. Yeah, I mean, I think he does actually do a.
And De Niro was in that movie.
I think he actually does a like an off Broadway, on Broadway, whatever show of A Bronx Tale.
Hey man, listen. I don't know if you've
This is my life.
If you have never seen that movie, go watch that shit.
Remember in Tropic Thunder when they finally caught Ben Stiller and they made him do the movie and like that's probably maybe what if that's what they're doing with Chaz? He's like, I don't want to do this anymore, but
They're
they
like,
make
it's too
me.
bad. Get in there. Get on the stage.
And you better talk like this. Oh man, poor guy.
It was such a good movie though.
He's listening right now, like they know what it's. I need help.
Or he's in the middle of producing his current podcast.
No, he's probably in the middle of the last scene of the second Bronx Tale showing of the day.
Remind me. I have an idea I want to talk to you about revolving around. Just remember Will Sasso, right? And we'll talk about that later on.
Why'd you say his last name like that?
Because I just always say it that way.
Sasso.
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 Yeah. Anyway, so shout out to Robert De Niro, man. You know, get it in. You ain't too old, apparently.
Would you spell it SASS-O?
Sasso.
Like Jazzo?
No, but Sasso.
So, what did you just say? Ja Morant?
No, I said shout out to Robert De Niro.
Yeah,
man,
shout out to Robert De Niro always.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that dog.
All right. Well, listen, man. I don't know if y'all are dog people out there. If you're not, then you should just turn this off right now because
Is it
I don't understand.
Bobi or
why.
Bobby?
I don't know, but I pronounce it Bobi.
It's a dumb
Bobby,
dog name.
Bobby would have 2 B's, no?
I guess so. 31-year-old dog.
31-year-old dog.
Dude, okay, so here's what I think about that. A dog that lives
That's
31
amazing.
No. Because
Let me know.
Hear me out. This is what I've thought about. Because
That dog potentially can outlive me.
remember this. I've gone through this.
Nah, I feel you.
Right.
But 31
so
years
I've
old.
thought
nice.
about the idea of if Stacks were to live 31 years and then die, you might just have to take me with him. Right? That's the thing about it. Yes, they live a shorter life, like 10 years or so, right?
Even 10 to 15 years, it would
It's a
still
long
feel the
time.
same way.
Double it. Double the feeling.
Then I get double the time with my dog.
Yeah, I know, but I might literally just say, "Can you put me to sleep too?" I'm going with him.
All right. Well, listen. He's a Portuguese dog. Go
ahead and try to pronounce what I'm going to do. Say what you said earlier. Pronounce
I'm going to do absolutely a terrible job of trying to pronounce the breed.
It.
I've never heard the breed before. Rafael do Alentejo.
Try it again. Faster this time.
Rafael do Alentejo.
Add a better accent.
Rafael do Alentejo.
I think actually that was probably the best one.
Nice.
Because you weren't like imitating, you were attempting to say it correctly.
Yeah, and I'm not fluent in Espanol or Portuguese, which I assume is similar.
Or in Portuguese, which is what I speak with ease.
But it's pretty dope, man. He's a dog that was trained to guard livestock, evidently. But 31 years old, man.
Dude, he
had a birthday party of 100 people.
He must have
That's more people than I've had at a birthday party in my life.
I've never had 100 people at my birthday party.
I don't want 100 people at my birthday party ever.
I mean, do I get 100 gifts?
And are they like of a certain quality?
Yeah, I don't want like 100 stupid gifts. What the fuck is this?
This is a stupid gift. You're not invited next year.
There's that episode of Friends where Phoebe was like about to have a kid and like all the gifts were for the kids. She was like, oh, well, great. This is something for the kid. I can definitely use this. Like getting mad. She was just treating everybody. That's just hilarious. That's some ungrateful shit.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. 31 years old is a old dog.
Old.
He might not even listen to you at that point. He might beat you up, treat you like he's like your elder. Because I mean, technically, 7 times 30 is a long, long life.
Yeah, but having a dog for 31 years is dope, man. I don't know. If like my dog could live 31 years healthy, not have any like major medical issues,
He must have loved his job.
or something
Fuck
like
these
that.
livestock.
Or he just ate good. Like a lot of the dog's longevity has to do with the diet. You know, so if you're feeding the dog well,
Yeah,
dog's
I
eating good.
honestly wish I would have been a little bit better with Stack's diet. But to be honest, at that point, there really wasn't a very big, you know, how like the amalgamation of information as there is now.
Well, and they allow like all this bullshit advertising on the packaging to be like, oh, natural, good dog food. Like,
yeah,
blah,
I
blah,
mean,
blah.
they definitely were able. They kept it loose with the rules, I'd say.
Yeah, playing fast and loose. You know?
But if I could do it over
nasty.
again, I mean, I don't know. There are people that take it to an extreme where they kind of, they do
Like
raw food, eggs, and I mean, it's
If you got the money, man, that's the best way out.
of course. But I mean, who has the money to? I don't have the
Some
money
people
to
got
eat
the money.
like that every day, like that.
Not word. Yeah, some people's dog eat better than I eat.
It's like that.
crazy. It's crazy.
Well, is he still alive?
Yeah.
Well,
He just had a birthday party.
Hey, happy birthday, Bobi.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Your name's dumb.
That's very rude. You know, maybe it means something important in Portuguese.
Look it up. What does
No.
Bobi mean?
No, now I want
Probably
you to
means
just look
dumb
it up
name.
later and then be like, oh, I feel bad
I'm
now.
gonna look it up right now. Bobi in Portuguese.
Oh, I was an asshole about it.
Bobi. Hey, Bobi. Okay, Bobi
It's
in
only 4 letters.
Portuguese.
Google is hilarious. Just put in whatever language you want and then it gives it to you.
Bobi Portugal dog. Bobby Portis.
The only thing you're going to get is results that dog exists.
Yeah, there's nothing. It doesn't say anything. I think
tell
I'm
you
just
nothing.
gonna stick with it. Dumb name. Speaking of dumb name, or just dumb. I mean, dumb. Listen, Ja. I don't know you.
Not Ja Rule, by the way.
Every thug needs a lady.
This guy thinks he's a thug. He needs something.
All right, so listen.
May not be
I
a
don't
lady,
know.
maybe an
I
ass
don't
woman.
know him. I don't know what he does. I don't know where he comes from.
No,
And
he
I-
plays basketball.
Yeah, I get it. Listen,
We know that.
I'm gonna
Professionally.
right now.
Well.
I'm gonna give you my mature take, for sure, and then I'm gonna give you my immature take.
All
So,
of your takes are immature. But go ahead.
I try.
I try
So let's say you know what, I saw Lil Wayne on the Up and Smoke podcast, and they were saying that he was talking to some his younger generation artists, and they were talking about like why, and they were like because he's not like that, and they were like, well, do you know that for sure?
he's not like that.
Listen, I don't mean that he is, but
You want to be like that, don't you?
Let's
You're
say
not like that.
Let's say, hypothetically, Ja Morant got himself into some sort of a situation where he messed with the wrong folks, did something that pissed the wrong person off, right?
He had a gun this big in his
No, I
hand.
get it.
It was this big.
I didn't say that was. He was.
It's this. It's like he went into like his old toy chest, and he found like he's like a gun this size would be great.
Listen,
It fits my baby
I
hands.
understand.
Like what are you doing?
But what I'm saying is,
You holding it like this?
I get it. But okay, let me give this
You not like
let me give
that.
the mature take for a second. So maybe just there's a hypothetical situation
take.
here
It's
where
not a
what
mature
if he owes some people money for some reason?
He's got it.
Yeah, but some people are stupid with their money.
He's got it.
Some people are dumb when it comes to money.
He
dude.
has hundreds of millions. He's 3 seasons in and has hundreds of millions of dollars.
I don't know.
He has it.
There's things, maybe he disrespected somebody, right? And he was told that that guy's does something. I'm only trying to find a way to shoot him bail here. I don't know.
Whatever the case is, even if he owes somebody money, that's not a reason to be like, oh yeah, look, I got a gun.
All right, can I give you my immature take now?
He's a dumbass.
That was stupid. What the fuck what are you doing?
We're trying to build a clubhouse.
Like, for one, there should be somebody around you that
No, you ain't go
carries
out
the
like
gun. You shouldn't be carrying the gun. You shouldn't be on camera with a gun. There's absolutely no reason to be doing this. Like, there is no.
This is why I told you.
And that's why I tried to shoot him bail somehow.
No,
but like, look at.
There's no mature take in this. He's a dumbass. I don't know what he's doing, but he's fucking up the bag actively.
He is. What I'm trying to say.
And he already had
I tried to
this
go
issue.
into this methodically. So I wanted to see if there was.
He didn't.
If there's. Listen, possibly if there was a reason that he
not.
was be doing this. But to be honest, I can't find
No.
a reason. I do think that he's missing some sort of. I don't know, guidance. Maybe he's definitely around the wrong people, because if they were the right people, they would be telling him, hey, you don't.
What's that shit on Nas's Streets of Sidewalk album? He's like, tell me what's the reason. There's no reason. There ain't no reason. There's just stupidity. From the bottom to the top, it's stupid.
It is. I don't know. I don't know what the league's going to do. I think he's going to be suspended for probably half of the season.
The league didn't even suspend him. It's only the team so far.
The team suspended him. So, I mean, the league's definitely going to do their own punishment, whatever that may be. I wouldn't do it. I know you wouldn't do it. But, like, that's why I was like, well, maybe there's a situation where he was threatened by somebody, where he doesn't trust people he's around. I don't know. There
Still ain't no reason to be on social media for the second time now.
It's definitely not.
Like the first time, all right, you made a stupid ass mistake. You're a young guy or whatever. You do what you did. You learn from it. You play with fire, you get burned, blah, blah, blah. But now you're doing it again.
Yeah, he's at the end of the day, he's not 100% an adult. He's still very childish in the way he acts. And I'm assuming, honestly, in terms of his development, he's still probably kind of childish, and because that's what a lot of these basketball players become, are kind of like coddled in a sense because of what their position is and what they, might be able to accomplish if they stick to what they're doing. I just want him to get better, like in terms of like make better decisions, get to where you need to be in terms of a space where you don't need to feel like you have to carry guns like that.
The only thing that you can say in this situation is, number one, he's part of the generation that I have to put everything on social media. Everything is social media worthy. It's not a Kodak moment. Everything is a Kodak moment. So there's that.
That's the point.
And there's like kids his age who are rapping instead of playing basketball.
Yeah,
it's cool for them to do that. They don't get penalties in their profession.
Yeah, he's got to have some discernment and figure out what he can do and what he can't do.
His pops would be like right there in the stands.
Yeah,
every
his
game.
dad ain't doing. It's not like he's doing something. I think his dad needs to be more up in it, like a foot in his ass instead of like a hand on his shoulder. Like, I don't know that.
At least if you're gonna get on camera with a gun, have a cannon. Like, what are you doing? You got a little 22 in your pocket. Like,
might as well get some big shit if you're just gonna show it.
Like, the average grown man's hand can't even fit in the trigger. Like, what you doing? What you doing, man?
Yeah, listen, Ja, just figure it out, man. You're a great talent. When
you're on the court,
yeah. I mean, you do need to learn how to land because you're reckless as fuck. But I mean, you got some time.
I saw him fall one time. I was like, I did that shit when I was skiing. I almost busted my like.
He definitely got.
You shouldn't fall like that when you're on the court.
He's definitely got some time to rectify all these things because he's definitely not gonna be. He ain't gonna be playing basketball for a while.
That's what I'm saying. They're about to kick his ass out of the league. He keeps this nonsense up.
Yeah, that's true too.
So I don't know how much time he has. He better just get it together. That's all I know.
Yeah, because it's gonna be a quick fall from grace. And speaking,
it's not worth like any of the gun shit. You're extraordinarily young, a very, very talented athlete, top of your profession in many arguments there. Like, your team is now forced to deal with all the distractions that you're causing.
Lil Wayne had a good point also about this, what we're doing right now. He ain't hearing none of this. He don't want to hear this shit. You got people saying they don't got to listen to all that shit.
There's mad people not listening to us right now.
Yeah, I
doesn't
know.
mean I ain't gonna say it still.
Well, you ruined my segue because I said fall, and I was gonna say, speaking of falling, Genuine has genuinely become a very clumsy person.
He just don't got the same balance, man.
The most recent fall is when he was trying to he tried to jump down from a platform, and he was using the bodyguard or like the security as like a leverage point, and then
that was a big jump. I wouldn't have done that.
The security guard was like, and then as Genuine fell, he was like, no.
You know what? I think the problem is he got like them Secret Service earpieces in, and it just messes with your your hearing is very related to your balance.
I don't know, man. I
think he needs to not try to do acrobatics anymore.
He's got to figure out a way to not keep falling.
You just need to like have a smooth walk down the stairs. You know what I mean?
Dude,
if you're trying to play the crowd in your performances, don't jump.
You ever like fallen from a higher, like I think I've told this story before, but there's back in grammar school, I don't know, I was probably 4th, 5th grade. It was during the summer, and there was some sort of program that we were doing, not summer school. And I remember the way it was set up there, obviously we've talked about it on the podcast before. There were large pods, meaning they had a large space with 8 different classrooms in it with a center that is, where we would gather for whatever reason.
Watch movies and shit.
So there was nobody in there, and they had the fire escape door, right? And, you would jump and, dunk on it because they had a ledge that was probably like 8 feet up or something. So, man, I took me a nice run from the back. I was like, yeah. Came across, like,
do a little fake crossover. Like, what's that?
My animation got destroyed because of the headphone. So I'm running, doing my thing. Like, really, like, I got plans for this dunk, okay? So I remember, I think I did like a windmill or not even. I jumped from...
Picturing somebody you dislike in the doorway. Like,
I jumped from far, right? I jumped from real far, and I grabbed it like this. And as I grabbed it, I kept grabbing it, and I swung, and my legs went parallel with the ground. And I was like 8 feet above the ground at this point, and I let go. And so I floated.
It's not smart.
Or flew, whatever you want to call it. And as I landed perfectly on my back, and all of the air got just pushed directly out of my chest, and I thought I was dying for a very, very long time. I was like,
look, dude, taking stupid spills is like a specialty.
Nobody was there. Like
it's like you do that shit, as a profession.
Listen, I laid in that hallway, like, because it was like a foyer and the stairs between there was another fire door. Nobody came to dunk off that one though. So I was as I laid on that floor for, I would say, 7-8 minutes. I promise.
Breathless.
I was like, when I hit, I was like,
Yep.
And this went on for so long. I was like, somebody's got to come in this motherfucker.
And nobody did. People saw you and they were like, yeah.
No.
Nah,
this was
I ain't doing it.
Literally, there was probably 2 people on that floor at that point, maybe 1. Right?
That's because they saw you and they were like,
ran.
I'm just gonna not go.
I don't want to take part in this. I don't want to like be the one.
They think I did this shit.
They think I killed his ass. No, I was like, and it took so long to finally. I remember how
it's like when a little kid cries so hard that there's no sound. Like
the energy it took. Little kids. I got anyway.
Hilarious.
We were at the barbecue yesterday from Vivi's family, and there was at least 10 kids that were like younger than 5 years old running around. Oof. I was like, there's so many of them. I was like, they're sitting here breathing at me with their little kid breath. I was like, it's filled with all those germs.
Yeah, no.
So as I laid there in that hallway,
you probably had the most germs of all of them. You came back and brought the COVID with you.
No, I had less than they did. I think kids all just naturally have a germ.
You were like a Corona and palm tree.
No Corona there, actually. They didn't have it at that hotel.
No, you brought it.
What you talking about?
You came with it.
I brought Corona yesterday?
You had the standard of Corona. You were like a Corona and calm seas.
You know what? Fuck you. So as I laid in the hallway dying, I remember the energy it took to finally like muster the ability to just bring my torso up to like, I was like, and I had to sit there. I promise you, nobody walked in. I literally was not sure if I could move. Like, it was to the point, like I was like
fucking dying, man.
Like my body, I couldn't move it. Like I thought I actually like.
Oh, you had like sleep paralysis.
No, I had backiotomy is.
You can't even spell Versace.
No, it honestly felt like I couldn't move my limbs anymore. Right? For at least a minute, I was just stuck.
According to the concealed carry class teacher. Concealed carry class teacher guy, he said that it's part of his, because he was like former SWAT part of his training every year, he had to get tased.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's basically what it sounds like. You know, like all your muscles just kind of stop working on you, and you just
you just fall.
Yep. He's like, that's why it happens. He's like, it's not electrocution. I was like, it sounds like electrocution.
Remember back in the day, the guy that was at Congress messing with him. Don't tase me. Do you remember this? He was like, he went and I think he threw a shoe or was like trying to cause a disruption in the some sort of congressional like meeting, and like at some point like they came to like escort him out. And they shot him with a taser. He's like, "Don't tase me! Don't tase me!" It's funny because he had the ability to say that while he was getting tased.
Anytime I think of like one of like the official press conference style things, I always go back to R. Kelly guy. Hey, free R. Kelly, man. He's like, "Fuck you talking about, fam?"
That was that guy he had a like nice little 15 minutes. He could have capitalized.
Goof ass. He did kind of. He tried to.
Yeah, no, he could have definitely done more.
He tried to like put out shirts and shit.
I mean, no, that was a dumb marketing tool. He should have done just more.
I think they verified him on Instagram. I'm pretty sure
he should have done more comedy on Instagram. Remember,
well, maybe he's not funny.
You know who Ha Ha Davis is?
But maybe he's not funny.
His name is Ha Ha. He's funny as shit.
But maybe this guy's not funny. Maybe he was like serious, and he was like, "Well, I didn't know it was gonna get taken to that."
No, he was funny as hell, but he was just funny in a way that like Chicago.
He was Chicago style funny. Yeah. But yeah, so interesting. I think Ja Morant just needs to kind of cool it. You know what I mean? Take it down to a whole nother level. Happy birthday to the dog. Shout out to Niro. You know, I'm just, just recapping the things.
Recapping what was going on?
Yeah, you know, we never did that before.
That was bad. Do you think the Lakers are done? They're down 3-0
because of my bias. Yeah, fuck the Lakers.
But I mean, there's no way they're coming back from 3-0. I don't think.
Nah. I don't think so.
What do you think about the Jazz or the Nuggets? I'm sorry.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
What do you think of Jokic?
Well, I mean, listen.
He's nice, man.
The Joker's nice. He's been nice. Sure.
Jamal Murray's nice too.
He is.
So, do you think? My thoughts, and I guess it's kind of like, well, of course they're ahead. I do believe Miami is going to go to the finals against the Nuggets, and I do think that I really want Jimmy to win, man.
It's not a matchup I would have predicted.
Jimmy is the person that speaks as if already, and he speaks as if he's he's won multiple championships and he's done it. Like he's very good at
the time that he left the Bulls, he's been like a different
very
style.
Cocky, confident.
Yeah.
And I'm not cocky. I'm confident.
Well, I remember like
when you tell me I'm the best, it's a compliment.
I remember watching there was like some press conference.
I'm outside. Like the way he did. Like sometimes I've been listening to Jadakiss talk, and it just sounds like he's been screaming for at least a week straight.
Yeah, I watched the Drink Champs with him a week ago or something.
I'd like to have a normal conversation with him and see, like, all right.
No, I think he's more tame in person than on his music.
Probably.
But there was like some press conference with Jimmy Butler, like, I don't know, a few seasons back, and he had like a real rough game. Like he was like 3 of 13 or some shit like that from the field, and they were like talking, you know, the reporters doing their fucking reporter shit, and he's like, Jimmy Butler, buckets, man. Like, what are you talking about?
Jimmy buckets. No, I listen. I hope that Jimmy really has a really good next. That he just has 6 more games.
I'd be cool with him getting a ring.
More than cool.
Yeah,
more than cool.
I mean, it's like there was always little whisperings about there being some turmoil between him and Derrick Rose back in the day when he was a Bull. But
I would like to see Derrick go down to Miami and win with him.
Yeah,
honestly, I need Derrick.
What do you think about them firing Doc? Philly.
Well, Doc is a noted noted coach who really doesn't seem to adjust, and make adjustments based on what he sees during the game. Like, I don't know. I mean, people tend to really think that you're not going to win with Doc. And, I mean, I don't know whether that's true or not, but
he's good enough to get most of the teams that he coaches pretty far. But
he's
then
not good to get them. He
never
can't get to the promised land. I'll tell you what the weirder thing is when the the Bucks firing Budenholzer or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Dude, you ungrateful fucks up in Milwaukee. First and foremost,
Like, what do you got to be proud
y'all
of?
ain't got shit going on. You're like barely Illinois.
That's
you're
the
barely,
only thing that you
you're
had to be
barely
proud of.
Illinois. You're barely fucking Wisconsin.
Don't put that on us. They ain't Illinois at all. And I don't even like the rest of Illinois.
But listen, you guys never won a championship. He won. You won what 4 years ago now, right? And
I think it was more recent than that.
I think it was 3 or 4 years. But regardless, like you got to think about that. He's done all this for you, and he wasn't able to win this year. But he obviously had probably the support of Giannis, which is important because I think letting go of the coach that he really liked is going to spark some thought of him possibly leaving.
Yeah, you don't typically go against the wishes of the best player.
And we've seen how that works, and then you basically tear a dynasty apart.
Yep.
Not that the Milwaukee Bucks are a dynasty.
No, but it's the closest thing they've had to a dynasty. I mean, last time Milwaukee was good was...
Never, motherfucker. So,
well, be super disrespectful. They had a team like early 80s.
anyway, so what do you think Derek is going to stay in New York?
Honestly, I'm just kind of surprised the way that Tibbs does him. You know? I would think he would have got more play.
You would think so. I don't know what Tibbs' thoughts are.
Because anytime you see an interview with
honestly,
Derek,
you might see Tibbs get fired from New York this.
Anytime you see an interview with Derek, he's like in a great place. He always seems like very positive. Like he's still like I got gas in the tank still. Let's go. Let's do this. So I don't know. It's just weird that
That's why send him to Miami, play with Jimmy, backup PG.
Familiarity breeds contempt. I think it's one of them things.
He could be a backup one, play 12 minutes a night, probably 15 a night, but score probably 10, 11 points, give you a few assists, be a contribution and he'll be a net positive, not a net negative,
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would like, my thoughts on Derek. Ja Morant might as well, like they keep saying, give his knees to Derek. Dude, that would be so great if you could do that. Take his knees. Like,
don't take my knees over to you.
Don't take my knees. Like, we're not taking them. We're going to exchange them. Like, for whose? Derrick Rose. No!
Like, that's how you know you're done. Like, all right, Ja, hand him over. All right. That's a good week back,
Yeah, I think so. We're about where it's time to get going.
Or around our time. You know how it goes,
And
man.
now,
This camera kills us,
The end is near.
And you know what the fucked up thing is? I was looking at memory cards that are better.
My final curtain.
But I couldn't find none.
So you were looking at them, but they weren't there.
I was looking for them.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. Well, they don't exist?
I think they have them, but like when I was at Target, for instance, half their SD section was completely wiped out. Well, excuse me. That's my D. I was very upset. But all right, man. We do appreciate you all. They got loud. Appreciate you tuning in to episode number 179 of Kasson Ave. It's been a good week back. I missed it. I felt like we were back,
Yeah.
You still need to go and practice.
Yeah, I probably do.
Yeah,
but you got to remember, I was on vacation, then had COVID, so my weeks haven't been. My body doesn't even remember the vacation. That's how. I'm like, damn it.
Well, go get reacclimated.
I'm gonna go back to Mexico.
Get your pod voice on or something.
Going back to Mexico.
As always, man, we are glad to have had you tuned in. If you did indeed get this far, we appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, the like button, and all that. Follow us in all the places, and we'll be back for episode number 180, and it'll be all gravy.
Yep. All right, guys. See you.